It's October 10th, 2019. It's Thursday morning, the first day of Overland Expo East. We're very excited, but before we take off, we got to take care of getting our fitness on.
With our workout complete, it was time to get ourselves loaded up, get the GX out of the garage, get our bikes on, and get rolling towards Expo. But before we could head there in earnest, we needed to make an important stop, which is packing in some food, because a man's gotta eat.
We made it.
We made it. I'd be happier about it if I'd eaten more. I'm kind of hungry.
I am too. Try not to talk about food though.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, camping or?
We are camping, but I need to go to the vendor area first. Sure. Mainline Overland.
Okay. Just keep going straight.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm good.
We are here for the Overland experience, but I need to go to the vendor area first and meet Tom at Mainline Overland. He's in booth B4 and
okay,
B6.
you want to go down here?
Okay.
To the welcome sign to the left, there's a road that goes down. You're going to go down that road, okay?
All right, thank you,
Oh,
ma'am.
y'all have a great day. Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.
How are you?
How far a drive is it for you guys?
About 2 hours.
Oh, really? Still?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Peter. Mainline Overland had been holding on to the new James Baroud rooftop tent we ordered, so we showed up early to watch them install it. It was an important part of our sleeping for the expo.
With the tent install finishing up just before dark, we headed to camp for the important stuff. Hanging out with friends around a much appreciated fire as the chill of the night set in, and we headed off to bed.
After a peaceful night's sleep, we woke up to the official start of day one for Expo East. After breakfast and a quick cleanup, we got our bikes off the rig, put out the Bug-Out 120 solar panel, and headed off to our first class to do a little learning that came with our Expo Experience passes.
After class, we headed out to explore what products and services the Expo vendors had to offer, starting with this awesome modern adaptation of a Scout built on a Nissan Titan platform. All right, Trail Tech 4x4. Herb here is local to us in Richmond, so we've known Herb a long while from the rock crawling community, and now he's getting into the overlanding thing. Herb is responsible for building up our 100 series, which you guys may have seen. Did a great job with that, and so I just figured we'd give Herb a chance to kind of shout out and what he does local to us here in Richmond. And what are you doing, Herb? What are you guys doing?
Yeah,
these
we're
days?
building overland rigs, a lot of Jeeps, a lot of trucks. We're selling some action tracks, some equipment for the overlanding, and yeah, just give us a call. We'll build you up a rig.
Yeah. So if you're local to Richmond area, Herb's a good resource. And I just learned something interesting about Herb I didn't know before. Herb used to be in a band.
Yeah,
I had not known it. I've known Herb a while, so that was like
used to
some
be
new
a
information.
used to be a metalhead.
Yeah. So fun
So,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
interesting. We all grow up.
So maybe that's gonna be part of your new overland builds. Like Herb will build you up an overland rig, and then he's also gonna give you a show, right?
Yeah, we'll lay down some tracks over the video for you. Get some original stuff going.
Cool, good stuff.
And this is your rig right here?
Yeah, that's our Colorado we just built. That's the Duramax. Got about a 3-inch lift kit and some 32 Falcon Wild Peaks. We love the Wild Peak ATs. Rack and awning. Got the ARB fridge in the back. Everything's it's all coming together pretty good.
Yeah, we like this truck.
Yeah.
I like a lot of trucks.
Yeah.
I wish I could have like 20 trucks.
Yeah, we'd like to have all of them.
Yeah. It's like, unfortunately not as easy to collect as Matchbox cars.
No, they seem to want more than 99 cents for them. So.
Yeah, a little more money. But all right, well, good stuff. Thank you,
All right,
Herb.
man. Thank you.
Yep. All right, Jason here at Endeavor Hardware Supply with here at Overland East.
Yeah.
What do you do, Jason?
So we started an outdoor hardware company. We designed and make our own tent stakes, and
We saw those. Those are pretty cool.
yeah,
Different
just
colors. And
different colors. Made
Yeah.
in Charlotte, North Carolina. We launched on Kickstarter in June, and we're successful with that. So we decided to add some other cool products made in the USA as much as we can, and just different trinkets and cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
We go overland camping with our family here, and been all over the country. So we pick up things that we like and bring them to everybody else.
Yeah, cool. And you guys are somewhat localist to us,
Yeah,
so we like to
yeah.
support that if we
Yeah.
can. It's good.
Yeah, Mooresville, North Carolina.
Yeah, we used to live in Mooresville.
Oh, right on.
A long time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. Yeah, it's a great
12
area.
years back, yeah.
Yeah,
If you're into NASCAR, it's a great place
Well,
to be.
so I moved down I've been in motorsports for 20 years.
Okay.
And moved down to Mooresville to do all that, and
Yeah.
then left that industry in January and started this
industry.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so-
Well, good stuff. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for telling us.
yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, what do you got there? You're kind of coveting this.
Heat scare system.
Yeah.
Well, in the JL, once you strap the fridge in, you can't access the under panel. And I think this allows that.
Yeah, right here. You got this door right here, right? So
Yeah.
you can.
I think it's locked.
So that when you're JL, and I guess this comes set up so you can just do the rear and you can leave your seats up, right?
Hopefully.
I guess you can get the whole system that you can fold your seats down too if you want to. It's kind of neat.
I can fold the seats down.
I think so, right? Is that what's going on there? We'll have to ask them. Tell us about it.
Kind of looks that way.
But then you got your fridge and your JL sitting right here in this spot, right? And then that door would still allow you to access that panel that's down there. So, I don't know.
Upgrade?
Your next JL upgrade, you think?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I'm liking what I see. Now I need some technical info. After a look at part of the vendor area, we headed back to camp to grab some grub and catch up with the crew. Camp life included some pretty cool rigs and great company. Next up, again, we headed to the mainline Overland booth to finish up the install we started the day before, which rounds out with the new James Baroud awning.
Back at camp, we got down to the business of deploying the new awning for the first time. It was nice to have some helping hands showing us the ropes, and it's a really nice addition to the level of comfort in camp that we'll have going forward. As night set in, we headed up the ladder for another great night's sleep in our new rooftop tent and looked forward to day 2 of Expo.
The sun rose Saturday morning, and we headed out through the campground on our bikes to the classrooms to take a few more classes. We found the classes to be fun and informative, and definitely recommend them if you get a chance.
After class, we took a bike ride through the vendor area to stretch our legs and get a good look at it before it got too busy. It's always nice to take a mental inventory of the booths while the crowds are low, so we know what we want to come back for a closer look at later. The Yoda Mafia had reached out and asked if they could come by to shoot a segment on our GX460, and we were happy to oblige. And while we had the opportunity with them on the other side of the camera, they shared with us a little bit more of what they're all about.
Yeah, so we're an off-road brand. I'm a 100% centered around Toyotas. Okay. We outfit and I sell parts, for pretty much everything. I'm a Lexus Toyota. I'm a 4Runner Tundra, FJ Cruiser, GX, Tacoma.
And you're located where?
Pensacola, Florida.
Okay, Florida.
Nice. We host events around the nation. Most of them are charity events and trail cleanups and things like that. And
okay.
get a bunch of people together and all, gonna kind of share the same passion. So we, again, just I'm a lifestyle brand, like 100% centered around Toyota.
Yeah.
Everything Toyota.
Cool.
Nothing else.
We love Toyotas. Yeah. They're awesome. We love them. Later that evening, we gathered around the gas fire pits to catch up with our friends before we headed off to bed. The next morning after breakfast, we headed up to the vendor area to take another look around and talk to a few more of the vendors before we jumped into some driving skills classes that came with our Overland Experience passes. All right, Adam.
Yep.
With Blue Ridge Overland Gear.
That's me.
We're Adam's local to us, kind of, sort of, about 2-3 hours from where we live.
Yep.
But
Y'all are in
Virginia.
Richmond?
It's
Yep.
all Virginia. Yeah.
All Virginia.
But anyways, you guys got some new products you brought out to Expo this year.
We
What do you got?
do. So we have a new packing cube kind of tote carrier, and this has hard sides on it similar to our seat back panels. And essentially you can put 3 of our mesh packing cubes in it, or I believe 5 of our clear fronts, since they're a little bit thinner. The nice thing about it is it has got some straps that go over and clip in. So you can use it kind of like a tote for the beach or something like that. It's got molly loops down each side of it, so you can stack these things like that in the vehicle and tether them down. So if you've got kind of areas, and the thing I like about the packing cubes is I can fit 2 weeks worth of clothes into 2 of these. The mesh front are perfect for rolling t-shirts, pants, etc., socks, and I tether them together with grim locks so they can kind of sit back to back. Splay them out, unzip them, all your clothes are right there. But to have an actual tote that will fit 3 of them or just more than that is fantastic, especially if you have a kind of square rectangular storage in your vehicle.
And this tote here, you said, has plastic, right? So they got
it's
like
got
toiletries and stuff in there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you can really use it for really any need. But yeah, stacking it in the vehicle and kind of mounting it like that, mount it to a wall, etc.
Yeah.
And you can kind of color coordinate your packing cubes for different people, so everybody has their each color packing cube, so you know whose is whose. But this has got the vinyl coated polyester truck tarp on the inside, the same material that we use on our spare tire storage bags, so extremely durable. And we use kind of an ARG material for the prototype. I don't know how exactly this will turn out once it's in production, but yeah, we made 5 of them, and they all sold very quickly, so I think we'll put it into production.
Most stuff you guys do make sells pretty quickly.
Well, that's always the hope, sure.
I know we came by here several times yesterday, and it was just jam-packed every time.
No, it's exciting. It's been a great event. A lot of people, a lot of smiling faces, and some really, really good weather.
Yes.
So, no complaints from us.
Sure.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for telling us all
Sure,
about it.
Absolutely. Happy to do it.
All right.
Next up was driving skills. It was nice to have some professional instruction on left foot braking and using the systems in the car for both downhill and traction control. The guys at 7P are top notch with their understanding and explanations. You can never know enough, so having the opportunity to take in some learning was a high point for us. There were hills, bumps, tilts, a little airtime, and some pretty impressive flexing out of our Lexus GX 460.
There was also a section for a little nonverbal guidance practice on the cross-axle course. All in all, it was a good time to practice and enjoy our skills on a controlled course with the added bonus of extra eyes to pass on their expert tips and knowledge.
After our 4-day adventure at Expo East, we ended our experience with a stop on the way home for a little food and to start talks of our next trip.